Thank you, Jyoti Prabhuji, for wonderful insights in the video about the rituals and how we celebrate the Chhat Puja. I'm going to talk about the understanding of yoga first before I can give the insight how it's correlated to the yoga. But first of all, I would like to welcome everybody here for the Chhat Puja celebration. So we are doing it. This is the first time the Bihar Foundation we formed. We thought of this is one of the unique puja that we celebrate in Bihar. So we thought, why don't we start here in Japan to at least let the people to know here, other than the Biharis also, to understand what the Chhat Puja is all about. So warm welcome to everyone here in the Chhat Puja celebration. This is auspicious occasions we are having here. Okay, so yoga. How many of you have heard or experienced yoga? Can you raise your hand? It's very few people, it looks like. So I will take a little bit the background what the yoga all about. Yoga as a Sanskrit word is meaning yog, जोड़. हिंदी में बोले तो इसको जोड़ बोलते हैं. मैथमेटिकली हम लोग बोल सकते हैं 1 + 1 2. इसको भी जोड़ बोलते हैं. But in terms of yoga, 1 + 1 = 1. This is very strange, isn't it? 1 + 1 = 1. So how that can be interpreted 1 + 1 = 1? I can illustrate in terms of the yoga. So yoga, I have the unit of co-union. It can be primarily defined between union of mind and body. That we can see in the physical world that everybody has mind and everybody has body. How we can align mind with the body? So aligning mind with the body itself is yoga. Another interpretations of yoga could be putting our conscious into the subconscious mind, or even super-conscious mind. One more illustration that we all know, Atma ka Paramatma se milan ko bhi yog कहते हैं. And that's the ultimate goal that everybody should have. Meaning our soul should merge with the Supreme or Infinite. That's also yoga. But there is a set procedures and process that need to be followed to reach up to that goal. We are all living in a materialistic world. We have certain goals to achieve in the materialistic world. But whatever we achieve here is a temporary. It's not going to go with us when we die. And people say when we die, we don't take anything with us. We leave everything here. What we take with us is good karma or bad karma. And Hinduism believes in a rebirth or reincarnation, where we carry forward with whatever the karma we have taken. And Charles Darwin has proved that process of evolutions, how the human has evolved. Similar fashion, the soul also evolved through the process of reincarnation and rebirth. So that's yoga. Is very briefly introduction of yoga. There are different school of thoughts that around the yoga has started. One of the oldest, we can refer back to the Bhagavad Gita, wherein we have 18 chapters of the Gita. All 18 chapter has been divided into 3 parts, basically, six each. The first 6 chapters talk about the Karma Yoga or Karma Yoga. The next 6 chapters talk about the Bhakti Yoga. And the last 6 chapters talk about the Jnana Yoga, Jnana Yoga. And the back here, we know Patanjali, Mahasi Patanjali has like 3,000-4,000 back. We don't know the exact date. But he has started, he has given the Stanga Yoga Sutra, and is one of the famous yoga school, where the people follow the Stanga Yoga, which has 8 stages here, which called Yama, is basically the self-control, although non-violence, non-lying. And niyam, you have to follow the spiritual purity and study the spirituality and so on. And then the third is asana, is a posture. As per Patanjali, there are about 1,008 postures that one can follow. Then pranayam. Pranayam is nothing but a breathing exercise that we do every day. We inhale and exhale. And prana meaning breath, ayam meaning restraint and control of that. So how we can control our prana. Then the fifth is pratihar. As we know that we have the five senses, panch jnanendriya. We can see, we can touch, we can feel, we can hear. So all those five things, how we can make all these five senses detaching from the external object. This is very, very important because this will move you to the next stage of yoga. And this is up to the physical form of the yoga that one can do. So once we detach ourselves from the external objects, it's much easier to attach with something. Because in order to attach with something, somebody has to detach first of all. And these are the process that helps to detach oneself. And then next three is kind of the process of internal improvement through the dharana. You can concentrate, fixing the attention on a single object. And then dhyana, meditations. Meditations that we can meditate looking into the candlelight or focusing between the eyebrows, in between the eyebrows. Or any deity that we can look into and we can focus and we can meditate. And the last one is samadhi, the final stage. Very hard to reach. If one decides to practice and go through the rigorous and religiously, I think it is nothing impossible here. That's what the Patanjali yoga followed with the Stang Yoga Sutra is here. There are other school of thought around the yoga, and one of the famous thought of school around yoga is called Hatha Yoga. Hatha meaning a jeep. They say Hindi mein, okay, jeep, force करना अपने आप को. तो मैं थोड़ा डिस्कस करूँगा क्योंकि छठ के साथ उसका जो हठ योग है is very very coordinated. So I'll discuss that. Before moving to that Hatha Yoga, I would like to quote two beautiful quotations about the yoga. There's one by B.K.S. Iyengar. He is one of the famous Indian yoga guru for Hatha Yoga. He has made the Hatha Yoga into the Western world, and he's running the Institute of Iyengar Yoga worldwide. He's still alive. He's living in Pune right now, but he's very famous in the Western world. And once upon a time, Time magazine has named him as one of the top 10 influential person of the world. How he is defining yoga is yoga is like a music, the rhythm of the body, melody of the mind, and harmony of song creates symphony of life. What a beautiful definition or quote from B.K.S. So one followed the yoga, they can see the symphony of life through yoga. The second one is I invariably follow Paramahansa Yogananda, who is known as a modern father of yoga. He has written lots of books. He is one of the very famous book on autobiography of Yogi. It's one of the best classical book written so far in the world. He has also interpreted beautifully the whole Gita into two parts. How he is describing the yoga is, yoga meditation is the process of cultivating and stabilizing the awareness of one's real nature. So, what is our real nature? Once the kids born, they don't have any ego. They are joyful, they are blissful, they have all the quality you can feel with the young nascent born kid. But once we grow, we slowly bring all the negative in our life. We have the egos, we have so many other flaws that carry on the way we grow. We hardly get rid of that. We continue until we die. So this is the whole process that can cultivate and stabilize the awareness of our own soul. We can understand who am I, why I born here in this world, what we want to achieve. The house, car, or something else materialistically. And it has defined that scientifically, this process through the definitive spiritual and psychophysical methods and laws can be followed. That means, as we saw in the Stand Yoga Sutra, that young meaning we have to follow some kind of a spiritual path. At the same time, psychophysical meaning you have to do asana, you have to do some exercise to get out of all your gyanendriya, remove the external object. And by doing so, what will end up is replacing a narrow ego that everybody grow with, the flawed hereditary conscious. Once we born with some parents. Our parents are perfect. We believe that they are perfect. Our parents are perfect, but they also have some flawed egos, something else that remain with us. So we can get rid of those things and displace with the consciousness of the soul, our own true soul. This is how beautifully the Paramahansa defined about the yoga.